on the road to dkoldies. I just figured I'd do a little chat. You can see a little bit of snow remaining. It's on the side of the road. We didn't have any snow this week. Kind of found it interesting that there's some snow here. Just basically wanted to give that feel of what it's like to drive up and go into dkoldies. Done a few unboxings, which is kind of cool. But it's like, and I'll be doing an unboxing later, and it will be part of the ending. But it's like, what it's like to drive these country roads in the middle of nowhere. Just kind of interesting. It's not your natural casual atmosphere. Just there. Now, to be fair, it's a very mild day. It's going to be even more mild tomorrow. Word is that there's a chance and stuff that the weather is going to go. They know it's going to go in the mid 60s, but there's a question of whether it's going to go into the 70s for some people. I doubt it. I think we're just going to get in the mid 60s, but it's happened before that we get some weird January weather and it will sprout up and get really, really warm. It's not likely, but it's a possibility. So, just throwing that out there. And it's like, if I pan it to the right a little bit, might be able to see. I think there's some sheep. You might have saw it, you might not have. I'm driving. It's hard to tell. Sorry, it's a little shaky. Some clothes and stuff and everything. People just hang up and everything on a line, and that's how they dry their clothes out here. They take them from the house and put them on a line, and that's what they do. Wimpy and Dee's Diner. You can only imagine that Wimpy's is a sign for the okay, this is something you don't see every day. It's good to get on video. Passing a horse and buggy. This is the kind of thing you do when you're driving out in the country in the middle of nowhere. So, show that. I'm gonna pause for a second because we're gonna be at a light. And I dropped my phone. About that, I have to. I'm a traffic light. I don't like having a phone up and shining around people. I don't have something that's holding my phone, so holding two hands on the steering wheel, and I'm propping up the phone on my thumbs. So if the phone drops, the phone drops. But I'd rather have control of the vehicle than anything else. But we lost some of our zoom. Anyways, so I'm driving to dkoldies. The reason I'm doing is I'm getting really excited. We're really getting close to the beginning of the road to 2020. The road to 2020 in the game for MLB The Show 20. Just very excited for it. I'm just ready to go. But I'm picking up some games that will allow me to get over 100 games. So we'll have 100 games. I think we'll have more than 100 games, actually. We're going to have more than 100 games from 1985 until through 2020. Now, I mean, it's like you're going to think to yourself, that's really not that hard. I mean, it's like 20, what is that, 36 years? 30, is that right? 36 years of gaming? So it's like you think about 36 years of gaming and you get a couple games per year. It's like, it's really not that hard of a stretch. But you got to realize for the past 8 years, 7-8 years, there hasn't been able to be any other games except for MLB The Show. So there are other baseball games that are out there. I'm arguing with myself to broadcast some of them. I'm probably going to, because it just allows for a little bit more content. So I'll probably wind up adding them in the end, but I haven't done that yet. I haven't added them to the schedule because I had to look up what date was it released, and because I need to make sure that the release dates are in the current year and the current path. So I don't care what time of year they're released. I will release, if something was released late in the year, I will release it at the exact same time or in any order as the other games that are being released in that schedule. And generally, just a little insider tip of how I do this, I'll record like all the NES games together, all the Super Nintendo games together, all the Nintendo 64 games together, all the Genesis games, the Saturn games, the Dreamcast games, all of them, Xbox, PS, the PlayStation games, all of them that will be done at the same exact time. That way I don't have to switch the cables around. So it's easier. I mean, you won't see that because you're going to have your episode numbers and stuff, but from my standpoint, it's all done simultaneously in one recording stream, so I don't get myself all messed up and discombobulated. So if I make a comment somewhere along the stream that something's a certain way, that's why. So, but this is the road to dkoldies. As you can see, it's not exactly exciting. It says drink local whole milk, 97% fat free. There's just something about being in like town, and it's like you stop and you see these signs and it says beef sale. They have a beef sale. How do you have a beef sale? I don't see a local Acme store sitting around here. I don't see it at all. We're selling beef at the local houses. I mean, I don't know how safe that really is. And we're pulling up here, and we are going to turn into the dkoldies parking lot, which is not their parking lot, but you know, just trying to show what you would expect if you're pulling in. I'm gonna go in here, try not to hit the horse and buggy. You just basically pull in this back way. Pull into this parking lot. There's one other car sitting in the driveway here. Oh. And here we are. Smile, you're on camera, and there's the dkoldies sign. So anyway, that's what it looks like from the outside. Not exactly too exciting. Not something you would expect as something you would see, but it's what it is. So until later, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.